Well, greetings YouTube. Well, who would have thought that you can go to the Creationist Museum as an atheist and run into a really serious creationist and actually find a point of commonality. But yet, we found it with this gentleman, Keith.
My name's Keith, and I live in northern Cincinnati.
Okay.
Founding member of the Creation Museum. So.
Okay. Mentioning that you wanted to make a comment on intelligent design, so we'll go ahead and what's your take on it? You said as a creationist, what do you think?
Well, I think intelligent design would be a type of creationism, and I think atheists have rightly pointed out that intelligent design theorists are trying to use it as like a tactic to get, this form of philosophy taught in schools. I don't think that intelligent design is philosophically cogent, because I think, once again, all knowledge claims have to begin with a person who actually exists, not some vague theistic concept. The fact that I have thought up of some theistic concept in my mind that could possibly create and give knowledge, that sort of thing, that's not a legitimate starting point for knowledge. So I honestly think that intelligent design is epistemologically infeasible. I think God actually has to reveal himself. So if I'm going to say that the earth is created, I actually have to appeal to the biblical God who actually has revealed himself. It's not enough to just appeal to the concept of God. I will say, though, I don't think intelligent design should be taught in schools for the same reason I don't think evolution should be taught in schools. And when I say evolution, I'm referring to statements about what actually occurred in history, not just like genetic drift or changes in the low frequencies. I'm talking about evolution as something that would say, like, something evolved in Archaeopteryx evolved into that. That's making a statement that cannot be tested in a laboratory. It's not repeatable. Likewise, the claims made by the Bible regarding six-day creation, you can't test that, repeat it. I don't think it falls under the criteria of the scientific method, so I don't think intelligent design or the philosophical aspect of evolution should be taught in schools, just science.
And, well, there you have it. Two people with completely different worldviews agreeing probably on one thing, that ID is pretty much complete and total bollocks. So we'll say to the Casey Luskins of the world and the William Dembskys of the world, I guess you're in creationism for the lose, because even some of the hardcore creationists don't agree with you. And actually, when you start dealing with an argument like intelligent design, I think what you have is a combination of not only bad science, but bad theology. Now, why is it bad science? Well, science keeps looking for inquiry. And intelligent design, by saying that, oh, it must be some kind of designer that did it, we don't know how that could happen. It's too complicated, whatever that might be. People want to bring up the complex of the eye, the complexity of the bacterial flagellum ad nauseum. All it basically says is, well, we don't know. And that's the more scientific answer. Because if we don't know, we can keep looking and try to find an answer. If our answer is the intelligent designer did it, which of course we all pretty much know they're meaning God without actually saying so, that's less of a good answer. It gives you an answer but doesn't really let you go anywhere with it. And then simultaneously it's bad theology. Because remember, in the past people would believe in God's created the thunder and the lightning, they created earthquakes. And now, pretty much, and if you force God into those gaps, we close those gaps out. We know pretty much what causes all these things, and we don't need a God for it. So please, force your God into more gaps, because as we go on, we're going to close it, and eventually we're going to force your God out of existence. And would like to thank Keith for taking a few minutes to talk to me. We'll be some more video talking about other stuff that I think we disagree with, but at least in some ways he's an honest Christian in his beliefs. I don't think he's sugarcoating what he believes. I think his arguments are questionable. But I think in some ways we'd rather see the people that kind of say it straight so we know what's going on. So thank you for watching. Good night, YouTube. This is Psychic 2001, signing off.